Hello, my friends. Happy Tuesday. I have to think about what day it is these days. We are here for our weekly live, and today I'm excited to do a little scrapping with you. Let me make sure I'm in the right place. Hold on one second. Yep, I am. Okay, perfect. I'm going to turn the volume off here so you don't hear me twice. And then I'll pull up some comments so you guys can tell me what you think. Tell me how your day's going. Tell me all the things. So, I actually went to the gym this morning and have not showered since I got home. So, it's all good. It wasn't super sweaty workout today, so I'm not super stinky, and it's really actually beautiful outside today. What I'd really love to be doing is reading on my back deck, but gotta do some chores first, and then I might just do that. I'm reading a good book for our book club, which is Hotel Nantucket, which is by Ellen Hildebrand, and it's really, really good. I'm like in that stage where I just want to keep reading. But I've got card kits that I'm prepping for our card class to go this month, which was closed for registration, and then I've been busy looking for pillow gifts and make and take ideas for my virtual retreat. So I'm working on that as well, and that's kind of why we're playing with what we're playing with today. And I'll tell you why in a second once we get there. Hi, Liz. So let me go ahead and turn my camera around. And I'm hoping, let me just make sure I can get the table and not my stomach. All right, let's get it straightened out here. So you can see, playing with a scrapbooking workshop kit today. So as I mentioned, registration right now is open for my virtual retreat, which is a 4-day retreat virtually, so you can attend from anywhere. You get a big old box of goodies delivered to your door, and includes usually like 5 or 6 pillow gifts, 6 make and takes. This year's virtual retreat is actually summer camp themed, so it's all going to be about kind of documenting the summer, and it's all scrapbooking focused. So we're going to do all scrapbooking focused make and takes, and we'll have some camp counselors that will do some demos and some descriptions of what's happening, and just kind of guide us through some projects and ideas for documenting those summer memories. So it's going to be super fun. I'm really excited about this theme. I don't know if you don't know me, like, I love a good theme. So most of my retreat weekends when I did them in person were always themed, carnival or home for the holidays, and it was just my favorite part to kind of pull that all together. So I'm really, really excited about summer camp theme, and I've got some fun stuff up my sleeves with it. But part of that, I believe, I'm going to be using the paper that goes with this scrapbooking workshop kit. We won't be using the scrapbooking workshop kit necessarily, but there's a paper pack that has kind of these campy sort of vibes that I think I'm going to use for your make and takes in that retreat. And so I wanted to kind of put this together, the scrapbooking workshop kit together for a just a sample, 1 for my fall events, and 2, I just thought it would be kind of good to show during the retreat weekend. And then 3, I'm documenting some of the, Nate's father turned 80 a couple of summers ago, and we went, like the whole family went out to Cuttyhunk Island, and so I thought this would be perfect for those photos. So, as you can see, these are like super detailed, really fun instructions. I mean, I don't know if they're fun, but they're pretty easy to follow once you get the hang of them. These are like the old scrapbooking workshops from Close to My Heart. We kind of pulled them over from Close to My Heart when they kind of joined our family, so you may be familiar with these. So what I did in advance is I actually went ahead and cut all my paper and put it all together by layout, but I just want to show you kind of how this works. So you can see here, like, it tells you the cutting diagram, and so front and back, and then this little scissor mark means that's where you cut first. So you're going to cut there first, and this measurement here in the front is the measurement you cut. So like if it says 6 by 11, this cut here is going to be 6, and then this is 11. I messed it up once. So like this is 1 inch, and then this part is 3 inch. So whatever the first number is the number you cut along the top there. And then it will tell you, like, if there's a little star in the layout directions, it means you're using the back side of the paper. So that's just kind of a little code there. I usually just follow the direction, like follow the picture, because I'm pretty picture oriented in that case. And for this one, I actually cut all of these pieces out of the scrap pieces here. So I have one whole sheet left. I don't know why they did a whole different set. Maybe just because, I don't know. I like to save my resources. So all of this stuff right here is all leftover stuff. So I probably have enough to do at least another layout, maybe a couple more. So I'm gonna put that stuff to the side. So if you're resourceful with your cutting, but you also get like the die cut pieces, some stickers, some little placeholders for your photos in case you don't have your photos ready. Those are all here too. Placeholder. I love these actually. These are really cool for my sample pages when I'm putting them in my store. So I probably won't use them on these layouts, but I'm going to keep them. And then there's just really super simple instructions. So I thought I would put together this page for you because I have the photos already printed. But let me show you what I did. So here I went through, after I cut everything, I went through and I layered it all together. So you can see like this here is all the supplies for this page. So I put that together, and then this side is all, these are all this piece. So like everything's layered together now, and I can just assemble all the pages. And then I kind of worked in order, and I also went through and I wrote down how many, like this is 1 4x6 for this side, 4 3x4s. So I wrote that down too. I may end up changing it based on what I need for my photos, but for now I wrote it down as it's shown on the layout. So then there's that one, and then I figured I would put these two together for you. So as I mentioned, let me start with this page here. We'll put this one off to the side, but this is this page, and I didn't pull any of the die cuts or anything, but I did go ahead and use my printer, my selfie. No, I don't have a selfie. I have a Picturemate 400, and I used that to print some photos. So this is the, if you haven't been to Cuttyhunk Island, it's off the coast of New Bedford, and it's very, very, very quaint. Like, this is the only hotel on the island. There's like one restaurant on the island. It's really just a place to go and completely escape from the world, and so that's what we did. But it was really neat because we, my in-laws rented the entire hotel. So we basically, except for this little part over here, they have workers there, like doctors or something, that were there. But like this whole part over here was all our family. So we had the whole house, and it's just an amazing old house. It looks very like, it's got a little apothecary on the wall, and it's just really fun. It's got a little pool table in the front and like a little parlor. And the best part is this porch right here. It overlooks this. So this is a close-up. So you're way up on the hill, and you can see like for miles all the water. You can see the boats coming in. So it's a really fun little spot, and it's one of Nate's favorite places to go, and he took me shortly after we got married, and it became one of my favorite places too. So now we like to escape there when we can, but we went there for his dad's 80th. So now I'm gonna just go ahead and put these together. So you can follow along on the directions if you want. So I did kind of stick to the rules in terms of what I needed for photos. So I'm gonna just go ahead and attach my photos here. Have any of you guys used the scrapbooking workshop kits? There's so many options now. I love them. If you come to any of the retreats, or not the retreats, the scrapbooking weekends that I do with like Suling, I usually have scrapbooking workshop kits in stock, so you can always grab one to play with when you're there. This is a really slick surface, so my Stampin' Seal was not liking it, although it's better now. I don't know why. Here we go. Alright, so I'm gonna do this one and this one. And you could always, of course, because most of us have our own stash, so like if I wanted, I could change the color base for this, but I'm gonna make it simple, you guys, and keep it pretty close to what it's supposed to be here, just because sometimes it's nice to scrapbook and not have to think, right? I probably still, oh, I guess they've got them centered, so I'll do that. I still like to, you know, be creative and stuff, but sometimes I don't want to think. All right, so I'm going to move those up a little bit. So we've got that, and then let's see if I can find, so it looks like they used, it looks like they used this piece here. So let me, yeah, you should definitely dig them out, Liz. They're really like good when you just want to craft, but you're not really sure what you want to do. And since they have the placeholder things, you could, you know, just craft and not have to worry about what photos you need where. So, because sometimes I find like once I do the layout and I have like, you know, you have these, right? So you could have these here, and then just write like, oh, 4x6 photo of the Avalon, right? Because that's the name of this hotel. So you could kind of fill it in and then go back and print when you needed to, or print bulk. So if you don't want to print, like if you have a lot of photos to print, you could print them bulk and then fill them in when you get home. So, or when they arrive. All right, let's see. What else do I need? I'm just trying to pull all the little, I should have done this before. Wander, wonder, repeat. Oh, I like that. That's actually cute. I am going to do this. So this is a sticker. If you don't want it to be a sticker, you can, let me show you a little trick. I'm going to use my embossing buddy. So I have my little embossing buddy here. Probably not to do it right on top of your layout. But if you do this over your sticker, it will de-stick it, typically. It just makes it a little less sticky. And then you can use it however you want. So I'm going to pop this up, and it will work great right there. So we'll put that there. Gotta get all the white dust off my fingers, though. And then we've got that cute little star, which is, sorry, I should have pulled those too. I wasn't thinking. Oh, I think it's this right here. It's bigger than I was looking for. So then that goes there, right? So it's really easy to just copy and assemble. So this is another sticker. So I'm going to use my embossing buddy to take some of that stick out. You kind of have to go over it a couple times just to make it less sticky. The other thing you can do if you don't have an embossing buddy, sometimes I'll just stick it to my pants a few times, and usually the fuzz from your pants kind of transfers, and then it makes it less sticky too. So this is going to go down here. This actually might be a better sentiment for a different layout, but we're going to go with it. All right, so that goes like that. And then, let's see. It looks like they have, oh, I'm sitting here looking at this one that's all light. I'm like, why aren't I looking at that? That's so much easier to see. What a view is actually very much appropriate. So I'm going to go ahead, de-stick that one. Because I'll probably pop a lot of this stuff up too. You could leave it flat, like if you don't like a lot of dimension in your layouts, but I do. I like to kind of, and then we have time to play, which is here. And where is this little guy? This will be the journaling down here. So I gotta build it so that it will work with my photos. So I'm gonna go ahead, kind of pull all the items. Whoops. And then we will, so this was right when we came, so I think the time to play is appropriate too. Just want to take some of the stick. You could also just stick dimensionals on these right away, and then they won't be sticky anymore either. Where are the rest of the banners? Here we go. So probably this one, right? I think it's that one, and this one, and then we need the brown one. Or is there a brown one? I don't know. Maybe. Oh, there it is. I found it. It's over here. It's like a wood grain one. All right, so then we have this one. So to put this all together, right, we're gonna kind of stick this here, which it's not really gonna stick very well now, but I'm gonna try my best. There we go. And then that's gonna go like this, right? And then this one will go over here. Okay. So let me just do this. So one of the things you can do is, oh, you know what I was supposed to do? I was supposed to grab more dimensionals. I did see some remnants of one on my desk. There we go. So you can kind of use the dimensionals to kind of hold the pieces together a little bit too. Let me just cut these up a little bit. Do you guys cut your dimensionals like the same way? Like I have a system when I cut. Like these are always cut to 2s. And I always cut with that little thing hanging off there on each of these. And then that, and so yeah, I have a system. A little OCD. It's okay. Alright, and then I'm going to actually use one of these so I can use that to kind of hold those together. We're going to just pop some dimensionals on here. And I don't know why I'm not like taping as I go, because this layout's already done for me, so it's not like I have to examine it for days like I usually do. So I think what I will do, I'm going to take all these off for right now. Let's start taping things as we go. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of adhesive on the top of this, and then we can layer that on top. Whoops, I missed. I'm just gonna, that's why I like the Stampin' Seal Plus, so I can see it and I can actually fold it over if I went too high. There we go. Okay, so that's gonna go there. Let's do the same thing with this. So I'm gonna put a little bit of adhesive on the side here. I'll fold over. Can you see how I missed, so I'm just gonna fold those over. Okay. Yep, powder on that. And then this is even, so I'm going to just go ahead and line that up with the edge. And this is pretty centered in the layout, so we'll just add a little bit of adhesive. Okay. So when you want something really quick and easy, these layout kits are awesome, and they're really cute pages. And what I love too is sometimes, even if I don't think I love, like these, I love all these pages, but there's a couple of the kits where I'm kind of like, I'm not crazy about that page, but you can totally like use it as a launch, like a jumping off point, right? So I'm going to tape this one down flat. So let's go ahead and do that. And look at the die cuts even tell you. So I could have just flipped those over. It tells you project 1. So hello, that makes it easier too. So we're gonna just kind of put it slightly offset here. And about there, looks good. I love that it's buffalo check, so I can use that to keep it straight. Then I'm gonna use some of my dimensionals. Where did I put those? Anybody know? I just cut them. Oh, here we go. So let's go ahead and pop this up a little bit. I actually should be somewhat thrifty with my dimensionals, because this is all I have on my desk right now. I gotta go in my other room, into my store stash, to get some more. Alright, so I'm gonna pop that up here. I'm making like little arrow right along that line, and then I like when it just comes off just a little bit too. Alright, so this one, it's going to be mostly on this, so I don't really need to put any other adhesive there. I probably should have put a dimensional though in the corner so that the tag doesn't sag. So I'm going to just take a mini, I have a little mini one here, and put that on the corner of the tag to keep that popped up. Okay. So there's that. Now we can put our other photo down. I think everything's going on top of this, so I don't need to stress. So I'm going to just lay this down on top. A little bit of a distance, like that. Okay, so now I'm going to find what that strip is. Oh, I think it's one of these. Is project 1? Yep, this is project 1 too. So this is gonna go under here. like that. So when I attached my dimensionals, I should have put this on top first. So let's just, the other good thing about that powder, it's going to make it a little easier for me to pull those off and reattach like that. So I'm just attaching these to the top here, and then I can pull off the dimensionals and attach it to the project. So it makes it really easy to assemble. So this is just gonna go right along this photo line, and it looks like that time to play might be a little crooked, so I'm gonna just fix that. And I probably should have put the banners on underneath, but we'll see how this works out. All right, so that's that, and then we've got our journaling, and we've got the tags here. So let me, I actually think I'm gonna probably have to trim this one, but let's see. This one, yeah, this one should have went way up there, and I did not put it way up there. So I'm gonna just trim it down. We can use that piece later. And I'm gonna attach it to this. So I'm just kind of copying the picture. This is under here. Like, actually this is a little lower. Like that. And then this one is kind of even here. But I'm gonna put a little adhesive to keep that there. Actually, that's gonna have to go down lower because we have the other banner underneath it. So this is gonna go like this. I know there's a hole right here, but don't forget we have this guy too. So that will cover that, and it looks like we just barely made it onto this layout here. So we're covering most of that banner, but it's okay. But I'm almost off the page, so we're gonna just let that run. So let me go ahead and attach these. I'm just gonna add some regular flat adhesive so it's not gonna be too popped up. We'll stick this under here. And I probably can, no I can't. I was gonna bring it down, but this side has to, oh no it doesn't actually. I can bring it down a little bit because we're gonna cover that with the journaling. So that's gonna be over here. Like that. I just wanna make sure I'm not covering too much. I actually could probably bring it down just a little bit more, just a tiny bit, so that I think this will cover that. Yeah, so that's perfect. So I'm gonna bring it down here. Okay, this is gonna get popped up too, so we'll just use some dimensionals for that, and we are finished with this side. All right, and then I gotta do some journaling here, but that will get tucked in there. I'm not gonna tape it down because I don't wanna write with it all on like crooked, but that's side one. So super, super easy once you figured out your pictures. Now for the other hot side, I had done some 3x4 photos, which on your selfie, or not your selfie, why do I keep calling it a selfie? It's a PictureMate 400. You can print two 3x4s on a 4x6 canvas. I use the Project Life app to position them so that there's one photo on each side. And then you just cut them in half and you've got two 3x4 photos. So I'm thinking I'm gonna just use these like landscapey kind of stuff because this is gonna be the first page in the series of pages for Cutty Hunk. So we're just kind of setting the scene, as they say. So on the second half, I already again prepped the pieces, but I just need to find the embellishments. But now that I know that there's a little trick for finding which ones go on which, and actually this goes this side this time, then I can just look for the Project 2, or actually I think there's still Project 1 things, and that will help me because all the Project 1s that are left are going to be for this side of the layout. All right, So we're putting that down. Okay, whoops. All right. And then do this is gonna get taped down. And again, I'm just gonna go ahead and tape this down, I think. And actually, it's kind of nice because it says adhere prepared 1G, 1H, 1L, which are the photo ones, but it says don't use adhesive along the right side of 1H and the left side of 1L because other pieces will be placed behind them. So that's a good little trick for you too. Like, it actually tells you when you're going to actually layer so you don't overlap things that you're not supposed to. But again, everybody's page can be different and that's totally fine. So I really like these pages. I think they're super cute. And now that I'm with Nate, we do a lot of outdoorsy thing, which I would have never said I was an outdoorsy girl, but I'm becoming one. What's happening to me? All right, so like I said, I'm going to use some of these like little outdoorsy pictures. I'm thinking I'll use this one and this one and then maybe this one. So those will be my layering photos. And I'm just thinking how I'm going to layer them that way, but let's just attach them first. We'll get one step at a time, right? So I'm going to attach these here. So one of my projects this summer, so that I can kind of get some sort of routine going. Obviously, Creativity Week was kind of for me last week too. If you haven't watched all the Creativity Week videos, they're on my YouTube channel. You can go and find those. I believe they're all unlisted now. I'm not even sure. I'll have to go look. If you're on my email list, you would have gotten them though. You can go back and watch those videos. But that was really for me too, because I needed to get some progress going here. So, oh, I didn't attach that one. I have been working on a couple of projects to hopefully streamline my scrapbooking a little bit. One of them this summer has been actually logging the photos in my Google Photos, because I'll scroll through and I'm like, oh, I totally forgot about that. Oh, I totally forgot about that, because I have no record of the events and like things that I want to document. So, I need to kind of start there, and then I'll go through and be like, okay, this is something that I definitely want to scrapbook. This is something I want to scrapbook. These are just, you know, history kind of, you know what I mean? Like, some of the stuff is not meant for scrapbooking. So I don't really need to scrapbook all the things, but I want to have some way to kind of be like, oh, I feel like scrapbooking, what projects do I scrapbook? And then have those ready, like the photos, either ready to print here, or I could mass produce them at like a, you know, whether one of the online retailers or something. All right, so I'm going to do this the smart way, you guys. This is project 3. This is project 2. So we'll put that, oh, project 2. I want project 1. Never mind. I don't want project 2 stuff. I'm going to keep most of this in here. So this is project 1. So look at how much easier this is going to make it. And I may have messed this up. Yeah, so like that was actually supposed to be project 1, so that's probably going to be wrong. Oh, and I forgot to do the little green arrows for project 1 too, so that will probably come up too. So I'm just going to pull all of these project 1s, and we'll see if I missed them on the last one or if I did this correctly. I know I messed up a couple of things, but that's okay. So the stickers don't have projects assigned with it. This is a project 1, but just the die cut pieces here. So what else do I have here that are project 1s? This is project 1. This is project 1. This is project 1. These are the green arrows that were supposed to go on the other page, so I'll add those. It's a good little checks and balances, right? Because that way you don't miss anything. And then we'll just have to do the stickers, which are separate. All right, so this is kind of the layout. I kind of use this one over here because I feel like it's kind of it's more close up, so it's a little bit poppier. Like it's kind of more of the focal photo. See how like this one is definitely the focal photo. So that's what I did here. So my journaling is going to be on this guy here. So that's a sticker. So I'm not going to worry about that. That's going to go up here. And then we have this, which goes over here. Perfect. With the little star. So I'm going to actually, let's go ahead and commit these pictures. And I'm so excited. I'm actually getting some scrapbooking done. Look at me. All right, I'm going to kind of keep this straight. And then we're going to do this one. Kind of tucks underneath here. Like that. And then this one, oops, and I didn't follow the directions because it did say not to put, like we're going to put stuff under some of these things. So, but hopefully I can do that as we go. So we've got a couple of banners. Well, that's weird. I think I might have used the wrong ones because I've got, this says project 1. That must have probably been for the other one, but we're gonna just make it work because I don't have a green one. So we'll just use the ones I have. We're gonna use this and this. Here. Oh, unless, no, they didn't use the sticker. Is this project 1? Oh, that's why. Because there is one over here that I missed. So this goes with this brown one here. Like this. That makes more sense. Okay, so we've got the green and the brown that go there. Which that's all that's over there. So I'm going to just go ahead and tape those down. Put the bigger one underneath first. Make sure it's straight. Oop, kind of straight. Maybe straight. And then this one goes on top. That's not straight. Boy. It's funny, when I was working out this morning, he kept saying, okay, straighten out your body. He's like, you're kind of crooked, but it's fine. I'm like, story of my life. It was like, I had to like hang on to this stretchy rope thing and like keep my whole body straight in line with it. And I don't know why. I couldn't tell when I was straight or not. All right, so that goes there. Then underneath here is a little tag, probably for date and stuff. It's a sticker. I'm gonna leave it a sticker because it's just gonna get tucked under here. Like, they have a little bit of the red showing, so I'll do that. Oops. Like that. Okay, whoop, again, not straight. What is wrong with me? Try that again. All right. Get in there. So that looks good. Better. Okay. So there's that. And then there's this, which is going to be part of our title. This, they kind of covered the bottom of this. I'm going to powder this over here on the side. Hi, Linda. Okay. So this will go like here. It's actually off to the side. But there's like a green strip. Oh, this one that goes here, which is another spot for some journaling. So I'm going to pop both of these up. But before I do that, I'm going to straighten this photo. I feel like it's not straight. Okay, and then we're going to layer some of these under this. So I did not pay attention to directions. We're going to put this one down first, I think. A little bit higher, like that. And then this one goes kind of overlapping it a little bit. And then this is gonna be like there. So let's go ahead and tape that down. Overlapping that a little bit. Do you guys do clusters on your layouts? I like to do clusters, but sometimes I struggle with what to put in the cluster. So this is nice having the ephemera because I think that makes it a lot easier. I'm gonna actually pop this up. I don't know if they popped it up, but again, I like lots of depth and dimension, so I'm going to pop it up like that. Okay. And then this just needs regular adhesive here. And then we'll use some mini dimensionals here. So this layout, this kit, you'll also want to make sure you have some linen thread. I'm actually out of linen thread, but since the paper that is going, the cardstock they're using for a lot of the mats is very vanilla, I'm just going to use very vanilla for my twine because I have some of that. All right, so this is going to be kind of here, like that. Oh, actually, they kind of have it even with this one. I still have this guy that says Project 1, so I might fill in that hole a little bit. Okay, and then this one I'll pop, I think I'm going to pop this one up too, like right here. Actually, you know what? I can write on it right now. I'm just going to do Cutty Hunk Island. October 2023. I'm just going to put a little like that. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and pop this on. And that way I don't have to be like, oh, well, this still needs journaling. I have a whole drawer of layouts that are done except for the journaling, which is naughty, naughty, naughty. But I have even more that are done but without photos. So I try lately to scrapbook with photos because otherwise it just sits in a drawer of unfinished projects, right? All right, so this is perfect for this too. Waste it wisely, because it does feel like you're wasting time there because there's really nothing to do but like play games and read books and go for walks, which is fabulous. So now I'm gonna actually tie. Took a lot of twine. Actually, I don't really need this much twine, although you know what, since I have so much twine, I'm gonna do a double bow. We'll give it a little more oomph. So I'm gonna go ahead, tie the bow, make it a big kind of wompy bow, cut the ends here so that it actually ends, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna lay it kind of underneath this guy like that. Okay, so actually what I might do is lay it where I want it, like that, and then we're going to add dimensionals to hold it in place like that. Grab a couple of these little ones too. All right, oops, there we go. And then this kind of gets layered right underneath the green one, but there is some open of this buffalo check here. And kind of, I should have put the ribbon the other way because now it's kind of in the way of my journaling, but it's all right. You can still read it. Put that like that. It would have been the other way too, so it's fine. There we go. And then we just need to add this guy and where'd the little star go? Uh-oh. I lost it on my desk. There's a little star like the other page, which may have gone missing, so I'm gonna have to clean my desk, I think, to find it. But we'll pop this up on top here, and I'll attach the star when I find it. It's gotta be here somewhere. It's amazing. Like, my desk's not, I mean, it's messy, but it's not as messy as it usually is. And things always go missing. Go figure, right? So I want the northeast, southwest straight. North and south like that. The little star will go right there. And then this is the other side. This goes like this over here, I believe. Let me see if they were on the photo. Yeah, so there's a little bit on the photo. I'm just gonna add a little bit of adhesive. And then we've got the, oh, I just found it. It's right here. So I can add that to the other page. Do this. And I gotta do my journaling there. Oops, it looks like I tore that one. Oh well. I can embellish with some twine. I mean, with some, well, twine would work too, but bling. I can put some bling on it. Put some bling on it and we'll be good. I actually feel like they did it like this, so maybe I will add some dimensional pieces here instead and overlap it to the photo. So we'll just do like that. Okay, and then this goes over here. Add a little bit of adhesive to this, and we're just going, actually I think it goes more over here. Doesn't have to be exact, but sometimes, yeah, they kind of did it so it's, I actually think I might need a little bit of dimension too. It's kind of, I don't want to cover the south, so we'll just kind of do that. There we go. And there you have it. Super easy to put together, and I still have 4 more pages to easily put together. And I'll have finished samples for my events. And I just thought it went really well with my virtual retreat stuff. So that will be kind of inspiration for me working on the make and takes and the projects for that summer camp scrapbooking virtual retreat, which is at the end of August. It is Labor Day weekend, but everything's recorded, so you can always come back. But I'm super excited about it. We're going to have campfire games and stories and camp counselors and badges and all sorts of fun camp-themed stuff, including some really fun ways to scrapbook your summer memories. So thank you so much for watching today. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and we'll see you again next week. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.